Did The Gallows really need a sequel? No. But we got one. So today let's discuss another train wreck that is The Gallows Act II. The Gallows Act II is a sequel to the found footage movie titled The Gallows, obviously. And this sequel is not found footage, which I found weird, because the first one's whole shtick was it's like found footage and like, found footage, POV, spooky. But this one's shot like a standard movie. This story's pretty simple. After the Gallows, if you don't know what the Gallows is, basically the Gallows is about a spirit named Charlie that haunts people, who performs the stage play that he was accidentally killed at. And basically this one's about a wannabe YouTuber, social media star, whatever the proper term is. And she does the Charlie challenge, and she summons the ghost, and she gets haunted by it for an hour and a half. And it leads to a really dumb plot twist that's never set up and really doesn't add anything to the movie. Let's get into it. The movie has a dog. That's the only real good thing. There's two good things. One good thing is the movie has a dog. Dogs are amazing. I love dogs. I love all animals. So, dog, thumbs up. But a dog can't carry a movie, and a dog doesn't make this a good movie. And the lead actress, I really feel like she tried her best to make this work. I don't think any actor could have made this film work. You could have put Jennifer Lawrence, Margot Robbie in the role, and I think it still would have been equally as terrible. And I feel like she really poured her heart out into this role, which is a shame. A little backstory, I forgot to mention this. Blumhouse Pictures filmed this in secret, or I don't know. I know it's a joint effort between Lionsgate and Blumhouse, but I don't know who the main studio on it was. But one of the two filmed this in secrecy, and they just pumped it out with really no posters, no trailers, no fanfare, just, okay, it's out. And I'm like, that's really odd. Most studios don't do that. Like, the only film I remember in recent years that did that's like 10 Cloverfield Lane, that dropped the trailer like a month before it came out, or something like that. It was really like sudden and really quick. And I'm like, okay. And after I saw it, I'm like, okay, this is why. Because Blumhouse knew this wasn't good. They knew that this wasn't going to make money. And I would love to know the VOD sales and all that, because I'm sure this didn't make money. Something I noticed, and every time it happened after I noticed it, it made me chuckle, is that there's a sound cue for every spooky thing. Even if it's something minor like a door closing, like they have a sound cue, and it's like, that seriously cuts all attention. Like, and your brain gets used to this, that nothing scary happens till a sound cue pops, and the sound cue like ramps up before the spook even happens, so like you're prepared for it. The only time it doesn't happen is the very opening scene. But even then, like, you know spooky stuff is going to happen. So even then, it's not scary. And that's its biggest flaw. It's not scary. It has generic jump scares. It has annoying loud sound cues that aren't scary. It has a villain that doesn't really do much of all. And it's just not scary. It's just flat. It's bland. It's boring. And that's the key word here, boring. It's super boring to watch. Nothing of any value happens. This is just a funny little spoiler for like half hour in. It doesn't matter, but I actually rewound this to make sure I wasn't, going crazy. So basically, she's a YouTuber. She filmed herself doing the Charlie challenge. She gets like a cajillion views on it, and people are saying like, "Did you see the table move?" So in the YouTube video that they put on the screen, a table in her room in the background moves. So I'm like, when they showed her doing this challenge, the table never moved. So I was like, let's see if the film here is smart enough to make sure that happens. So I went back, and when the audience sees her doing this challenge, the table doesn't move. So instantly, that's like it's not a, I guess you could say it is a plot hole because something didn't happens. And it's like, that's when I knew, I'm like, okay, I'm in for a really rough watch here. If something that simplistic just got through the editors and the director and everyone working on this behind the scenes. Like, no one caught that? Come on. And I thought this should have been found footage. Because you are living in the day and age where these things, smartphones, can record for hours upon hours. They can hold hours of data, hours of footage, hours of battery life. And if this chick, this female lead, is trying to be a YouTuber or a social media sensation or an influencer, whatever the proper term you want to use is, why not just have her, like, do a Charlie challenge in, say, her school? Because in the film she transfers to a new school, and she could film it all on Facebook. There's Facebook Live, there's Instagram Live. I think Snapchat has some weird live feature now. YouTube has live streaming. Twitch TV. There's so much potential. And then with that, she could actually interact with the chat, technically interact with the audience, because the viewer at home would also see the stuff that the chat room is saying in the film, so you could use that to your advantage. And it's just so much wasted potential here. And I'm not saying that would have made the film good, but it would have made the film unique. It would have made the film different from the first. It would have made the film different than every other ghost movie. This is a cliche of every other ghost movie. And that's what I would have done. Now I have to go write up a full screenplay of a film like that and pitch it to a studio before someone else makes that movie. But there was a lot of missed opportunity here. And which is a shame, because that's one of the biggest things about bad movies that really hurts my soul, is that when you have something cool or different, cool concept, and just nothing ever comes of it. And I think at the beginning of the film, the opening scene is like pseudo found footage kind of, I guess. And I thought, because it's a landscape shot, so I'm like, it's a portrait, not landscape. And I'm like, okay, this could be something cool. And then I'm like, this is just for the opening. And it's going to be a standard ghost movie now. Oh, okay. Okay, bye. And I'm like, oh, missed potential. But yeah, the Gallows Act 2, Part 2, whatever it's called. I'll figure it out during editing. Not good. It's bland, predictable, boring, cliche with an okay lead performance, and the rest just fall flat. And a really, really silly ending that's never teased. The plot twist is never set up. It's just, boop, there it is. And it doesn't really add much to the movie. So yeah, I'd say skip it. But if you're a fan of like the Gallows lore, it adds to the lore a bit, and you might like that aspect. but it's just not a strong movie. But like always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.